Welcome back, my friends. I am Brian, and you are Chords and Notes Nation. Thank you so much for joining me once again, wherever you are, whenever you are. Today, we have a new one from Mr. Edu Falaschi from Brazil. And the name of the song is Unchained. It is a new single. This is a lyric video, which is awesome. Let me see here. In the description box below his video, it says, it is my pleasure to present Unchained, the new and second single from my upcoming album. That means I have another song to react to. The mixing and mastering were handled by renowned producer Dennis Ward, Halloween, Angra, etc. The recording sessions took place at Fusao Studio under the direction of acclaimed producer Tiago Bianchi. The lyric video was created by Gabriella Versoni, developed from the artwork and visual identity of the album Mirage, once again conceived by the master Carlos Fires. Unchained stands as one of the boldest and most surprising tracks of my career. Okay. All right, Edu. Bringing together strong influences from the progressive rock movement of the 70s and 80s, while also incorporating striking elements of 90s fusion rock. The song features multiple atmospheric shifts, sophisticated instrumental passages, dynamic arrangements, diverse moods, intricate grooves, and a musical approach rarely explored in my previous works. The track also marks my very first recording featuring a saxophone solo. Oh, cool. Performed by Wagner Barbosa, a musician who has accompanied me for many years in the Moonlight Project. Another major highlight is Jean Gardinali's performance, bringing an extremely fluid and groove-oriented identity to the drums, blending prog and heavy metal elements with rich dynamics and expressive ghost note patterns. Rafael Dafras' bass work also plays a central role, exploring rhythmic, groovy, and highly organic lines far beyond the conventions of traditional power metal. Instrumentally, Unchained also showcases one of Victor Franco's most inspired performances, featuring a guitar solo crafted with exceptional taste, emotional melodies, and a strong sense of musical storytelling, a solo I had the pleasure of helping him develop. All of this tied together through epic choruses, grand orchestral counterpoints, and intense, emotionally charged vocal melodies. Within the narrative Mirage, Unchained represents the moment of Jorge's spiritual ascension as the protagonist of the trilogy crosses the ritual of the 12 veils alongside the seer Mirage, moving towards his true destiny. Cool. All right, let's give her a go. spiritual ascension.
I renounce the way I've worn as a crown. Silence eclipses the sound. Resignation is on the way. I'm sealing what was bound. The spirit waits its mark. Cross the darkness of sorrow. And now, wounds are healed and soothed. Oh, I rise into tomorrow. I wore my flesh as human flame. Unchained.
Ooh. 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 What? That's a cool solo.
A fragile of dust and earth. I walk the shadows carved by death. One step, a question without form. And through the laws I learned the lore. My pain becomes the honest gold. Burn the lights of fate. Cross the darkness of sorrow. And now, wounds are healed and soothed. Oh, I rise into tomorrow. I wore my flesh as human flame. Unchained.
Yeah. Wow. First of all, that visualizer was really, really cool. I like that. Not all of them are. Sometimes you get some that are just not as professionally done. And I just really liked the concept. And it sort of fed into that idea of this ascension, this spiritual ascension. The lyrics were good, actually. I appreciated it. The rhyme, uh, excuse me. Oh boy, my voice today. I don't know. Anyways, um, I was genuinely shocked by this one. I think this is such a sophisticated track. It it's exactly what I love. I mean, I'm familiar with Edu with some of his solo stuff, but also with Angra, and we all love Angra. Angra's an awesome band, but there's this sort of there's this theme in this kind of music where you start to get, the music doesn't have much variation. I mean, you'll have your slower, your ballad like songs and your fast power metal, speed metal type theatrical stuff. Um, but I appreciate music where it's constructed rather than just played, where there's thought into what are we going to do with this, the dynamics within the song, uh, loud, soft, fast, slow. What different textures can we add to give this more depth? And it didn't have that blast beat with the drums, and I appreciate that it didn't have that. I mean, there were moments, but it was orchestrated, composed, rather than just straight on blast beat, you know, that sort of stuff. And that's kind of why I got off the Angra um, train, if you will, because the compositions were just too predictable at some point. Not that they weren't great, and not that they, aren't amazing musicians. It just became a lot of the same for me. This composition is the kind of composition that holds my attention. Yes, I was looking at my phone because I had to remind myself some of the background with Edu. Um, but it it held my attention. It held my desire to listen to it throughout. The solo was awesome. The saxophone was a surprise. I really, really liked that. You guys know that I love piano, and piano being used in metal or rock and roll a certain way just adds such a great uh, depth to the music. But saxophone, I haven't talked about much. And it's not used as much as it probably could be. But when it is in a composition like this, that was so well done and so tactfully applied, wow, it just really makes it like a whole different thing. Just a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful soundscape when you bring in these different instruments that are not traditional instruments for whatever genre that you're listening to, especially this. Yeah, and that's where I love where there's progressive elements. It's still rock, it's still metal, but you're not afraid to experiment with the sound and to see what sort of sounds can enhance the overall listening experience. But also trying to think from the creative side of things, where you want these different colors and different textures to express things maybe a little bit differently. Maybe as you get older or more experienced, you want to be able to expand that musical language that you have. And when you can put together a composition like this, it really is a testament to the level of musicianship and dedication, but it's also a testament to this idea that it's a shared experience between the artist and the audience, and putting out something that you think that people are, their palate can handle. um it's pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So yeah, man, this is great. So I'll be getting back to some more Edu. I appreciate this. little slow this morning, a little tired. Throat's a little sore, but man, this was a good way to start the day. Thank you guys for being here. God bless you. Jesus loves you, and I will talk to you in the next video.